like to call to order the May 19th License Board hearing. I'm just going to read the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. So can you call the roll?
Inspector DeCarlo.
Present.
Inspector Dawn.
Present.
Chief Kennedy.
Present.
Deputy O'Connor.
Present.
Assistant Clerk Newton.
Present.
Members.
Great. Okay, agenda number one, it's a hearing regarding the request of Quincy Pride with Break Rock Brewing for a one-day liquor license for the 2026 Quincy Pride event on Saturday, June 27th, from noon to 5 p.m. at Pageant Field. And Jay Southwood, hi.
Afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Very well.
So we've been involved with Quincy Pride now for this for the third year. We were asked by Councilor Ash and Joanne Robinson from the Pride Committee to come and apply for the one day. We're going to be running it back, largely similar structure from what I understand this year. Up at Pageant, we'll be off to the side along with the food vendors. The drinking was largely confined to the field itself, although we saw, I'd probably say 60-70% of them actually just kind of stayed right in front of our vendor area. But no issues. Everyone was in great spirits last year. Very turnkey. Couldn't have asked for a better crowd. So.
Okay, Jay, all right. Anybody from the audience wish to speak on this? Okay, any comments from the board? Okay, I'd like to ask for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Quincy Pride with Break Rock Brewing for a one-day liquor license for the 2026 Quincy Pride event on Saturday, June 27th, from noon to 5 p.m. at Pageant Field.
Second.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, item number two. Let's see. Okay, item number two, hearing regarding the request of Hancock Realty Trust LLC doing business as Cafe Quincy for a common victual license for the premises located at 451 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Jimmy Wong, proposed hours of operation 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And Attorney Russell Chin.
Yes,
Russell, how
thank
are
you. Thank you. My name is Attorney Russell Chin, 400 Hancock Street in Quincy, Massachusetts. Here on behalf of the applicant. Cafe Quincy LLC at 453 intends to open two restaurants. Essentially, one is a breakfast restaurant, which would be on the Haywood Street side of that location, and a ice cream shop where the Wheelhouse Diner formerly was. The hours, again, as Mr. Chairman mentioned, 6 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. 50 seats has been allowed by the Zoning Board of Appeals, no change there. And the breakfast location will be managed by Cafe Weekend in Alston, which does a very, very strong, very good breakfast, brunch, lunch business. So they're going to be cooperating with the operation of the lunch side, breakfast side. The applicant also intends to open a franchise called the Mishu, also known as Snow King, which is an ice cream shop with thousands of locations, literally, around the globe. My paralegals were all excited about that opening possibility, so I think it's a very popular and well-priced operation for ice cream.
Okay. And that's a little preview because right in front now is just the cafe, right, Quincy?
Yes.
Well, yes.
Yes.
That sounds
So it's gonna,
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
One operation.
Sure. Okay. Anybody from the audience wish to speak? Okay. Any members from the board?
Mr. Chen,
Yes.
we met many times, but I think this one was strictly it went to zoning board and it got approved as a diner, right? Which is the Cafe Quincy. I think when you're talking about the Snow King, that's a separate business entity. I don't think we should be mentioning that in part of this Cafe Quincy license. It should be a separate thing because you don't want to make it a confusion of what was approved from the zoning board, because zoning board did not mention anything about the Snow King. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I'm sure that's the case.
So for tonight, I think is easier for confusion part of it, paperwork part of it, even building code aspect of it. Just we're approving this one as the Cafe Quincy alone.
Certainly, I can withdraw comments about the Snow King. Be sure if that's going to be something in the future that this applicant chooses to pursue, then he can certainly do that.
That'll be
For
perfect.
today, we'll go after Quincy Cafe, the CV for that operation.
Okay, any other members? Okay, looking for a motion?
Motion to approve the request of Hancock Realty Trust LLC, doing business as Cafe Quincy for a common victular license for the premises located at 451 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Jimmy Wong, proposed hours of operation 6 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
thank you, Russell. Okay. Let's get this right here. And, okay, agenda number 3, hearing regarding the request of Everest Market for a common victual license for the premises located at 121 Standish Avenue due to a change in owner. So proposed manager is Danbar Cafle. No
Hi,
operational change.
good afternoon. How are you guys?
Very well.
I just got for the Everest Market in the Quincy 121 Standish Avenue. And then we sell there is grocery and cigarette, tobacco with the coffee and milk product and frozen something food. We are open like 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like it's 365 days. And we are provide you easy for the neighborhood service.
Okay. Anybody from the audience wish to speak? Okay, any members? Okay, I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Everest Market for a common victular license for the premises located at 121 Standish Ave. Due to a change in owner, proposed manager Danbar Capley, no operational changes are planned.
Thank you so much.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. Okay, agenda number 4, hearing regarding the request of Coffee Donuts, Inc., doing business as Birria Mexican Grill for a common victual license for the premises located at 328 to 330 Washington Street. Proposed manager Esvin Lopez. Proposed hours of operation 11 to 11.
Yes.
Esvin, go ahead.
So like we see, we lost Acapulco, so we're trying to open another Mexican restaurant in Quincy. So we already got another one in Boston, so that's the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody from the audience? Yeah, any members? Go ahead, Charlie.
Yes.
So I know this one because you have applied for a building permit. It's currently on hold, right?
Yes.
So my only comment is make sure this license gets through. Give me a call, and then we can reactivate your building permit. You can get the work started again.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, and just to remind you that we also did receive a letter from Council Jacobs, the Ward 1 councilor, supporting this, so just so you know, Esvin.
Yes, I just talked to him.
Wonderful. All right,
Yeah.
great. All righty. Let's see what we got here now. Agenda number 5. Oh, yeah, I'm already going ahead now. Look at this. Why do you need a motion? I don't know. All right. How about a motion from somebody?
Motion to approve the request of Coffee Donuts, Inc., doing business as Birria Mexican Grill for a common victular license for the premises located at 328 to 330 Washington Street. Proposed manager Esvin Lopez. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
Esvin. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, agenda number 5, a hearing regarding the request of, it's 2 parts. 1, AET Group, Inc., doing business as Rags Tavern, 375 Washington Street for a change in officers and directors on their all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license. And number 2, Q&A LLC, doing business as Rags Tavern for a transfer of the all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license presently held by AET Group, Inc., doing business as Rags Tavern, 375 Washington Street. The premises is street-level restaurant with bar and approximately 1,408 square feet. There is also a basement for storage. Proposed manager David Newcomb and attorney Luke Cass. Hey, Luke.
Thank you very much, Lou Cassis, for, I think, for both parties right now. This started out as a transfer from AET Group Inc. to Q&A. That's from Karina to David Newcomb. As you might know, David runs Newcomb Farms in Milton. It's been there for about, I don't know, maybe 100 years, but he's been there 30, maybe 35, very experienced. He knows the business very well. He's been a bartender in his earlier life, and I think he'd be a great new owner of Rags. When I set this up, I noticed that Karina had not been approved as the president, treasurer, clerk, and director of the corporation. And what happened here was her grandfather, Edward H. Cochran, was the owner. And her father would have been Edward's heir. His father was ill. They formed a family trust, made Karina the beneficiary of the trust. Karina's father died first. The trust became the owner. And then Edward H. died after him. And no one changed the corporate structure over to Karina. I think the accountant went on the Secretary of State's website and made the changes without coming here and getting prior approval. So in order to get this on the straight and narrow, we have to approve Karina as the officer of AET, and then AET can transfer to Q&A. I think that's right.
Ready. All right.
Any questions of the new owner?
I do not, but anybody from the audience want? No? Okay. Any members for the board?
No.
No?
I got a question. Are you changing the restaurant name? It's still going to be called Rags?
I don't know. Are you going to change it?
Yes, I'm gonna change it.
So make sure if you change the name of the restaurant, get a sign permit.
Yep.
We have Quincy's own little sign regulations for the permit.
Yep.
And also, I've been going there every year, end of the year, for liquor license inspections along with the fire department.
Yep.
Make sure at the end of the year, you have to apply for your own liquor license certification. And that requires inspections from both fire and building.
And that's,
End of the year, we'll remind you. That place, I've been going every year. It's great food, great crowd. Certification, because of the owner that passed away, it was a bit difficult for me to get in contact with him the past few years. The manager, Courtney, has been doing a great job over there for the past few years, but if you take over, get in contact with me. We can give you the applications, the inspections, all that taken care of.
absolutely.
All right?
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Motion?
Motion to approve the request of, number one, AET Group doing business as Rags Tavern, 375 Washington Street, for a change in officers and directors on their all alcoholic beverages restaurant license. And number two, Q&A LLC doing business as Rags Tavern for a transfer of the all alcoholic beverages restaurant license presently held by AET Group, Inc., doing business as Rags Tavern, 375 Washington Street, proposed manager David L. Newcomb.
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very
Lou.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And, all right, I'm just looking for a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting from May 5th hearing.
Motion to accept the minutes from the May 5th hearing and waive the reading.
Perfect. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next meeting will be held Tuesday, June 2nd. Motion to adjourn for anybody entertained?
Motion to adjourn.
Great. All righty, and that will conclude the license board for today. Thank you.